Welcome to the greatest podcast in sports betting entertainment. My name is Tanner Kern, certified G, bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. We have no G Money Grant Mitchell this morning as he is sick. Unfortunately, lost his voice. He will be back on Monday. I wish him a speedy recovery. We're on TikTok this morning, guys, live on TikTok, talking some NFL win totals, some college football win totals, futures, anything you guys want to talk about baseball slate today, we can break that down as well. Got some people rolling in on TikTok, guys. 63 live viewers already. We just turned the stream on up to 73 now. 73. Start double tapping the screen, people. I'm not seeing any hearts fly up on the screen because the only way to make this thing go to the moon is if you tap the screen. So keep tapping it, guys, right now. Talk about the Texans. They are Nelk, Raging Muslim 69. That's my guy. Welcome in, guys. Ghost Hunter, Doug Kennedy, Raging Muslims, Thomas Soto, Slim, Remy, ex-Mormon Matthew. Interesting names today. Diesel, Nathan, Leonard, Murillo, Xavier Torres, Patch 157, Heavy Hustle, Crypto, Heavyweight, Carlos Sanchez. What's up? What's up, people, guys? I want to continue to read all these names off. They're 170 already. 175 are going to the moon. It's almost football season. Mets in Major League Baseball from Trust the System. Kaylee, thoughts on Caleb Williams? And shout out to Surrey Sirach for the follow. Thoughts on Caleb Williams real quick. I think he's looked really good in the preseason. I think there's a lot to be excited about right now. My only fear with Caleb Williams, when you look at his situation, you could argue that he has one of the toughest situations to come into because he needs to win right away. And if he doesn't, there's going to be a media storm going right around him. So he's looked really good in the preseason so far. It'll be interesting to see what he does this week. But overall, very impressed. And that team has a lot of potential there as well. Mets in Major League Baseball today from Trust the System, guys. And I got to get to the Texans for my guy, Raging Nelk. But keep liking the screen, guys. I want to keep this one going. I want to keep the vibes high this morning. I have a few plays that I'm going to give out in baseball today. Also have a couple future bets as well. Buffalo Bills thoughts. Roll Tide, Robbie. Let me get to the what is this first? Texans, Mets in the Major League Baseball today. Guys, baseball sucks. I'm gonna be honest. Oakland 7-6 win over the Mets yesterday. Baseball sucks. But let's look at this game today. We got Roderick Munoz going against Sean Manaea. Manaea has been much better than Munoz. However, the Marlins have been bad in their past 5 games. Mets have been really bad in their past 5 games. I think it's a good bounce back spot for the Mets, but you're minus 250 on the money line. Not worth it one bit. I'd go plus 185 for the Marlins just to take value. I don't think there's a lot of worth it, though. Let's see here. Yankees play who today? The Yankees, let's see. The Yankees have an easy matchup today against the Detroit Tigers. Looks like it's going to be a bullpen game for the Tigers. Going against Garrett Cole. I talked about this game last night on a show. I think Garrett Cole's gotten a lot better if you take out his start against the Mets in his past 5. Guys, likes up. Let's go. 704. Let's go. If you take out that start against the Mets in his past 5, he's actually been really good. He gives up a lot of hits still, but he's getting the strikeouts to get out of innings. New York's offense is just so much better than what we've seen from Detroit. So I would go Yankees run line there. It's a prime run line spot on the road, guaranteed the 9 at-bats. That's huge, especially with that offensive advantage, guys. Okay, Buffalo Bills thoughts. First, before we get to the Buffalo Bills, we got to give thoughts on the Houston Texans because that's what Raging Nelk wanted. And Raging Nelk's my guy. He comments on all my videos. Always has been since day one. Shout out to Raging Nelk there. The Texans face the Steelers in the second game of the preseason. Davis Mills. But I'll tell you what, Texans probably got the best backup quarterback room in football right now. The deepest backup quarterback room in football right now. Not the best. I should say the deepest. A lot of people are picking the Texans to be not great this year. Like a lot of people are picking them to have like not a setback season, but not to be that team in the mix. I think the Texans, there's been a little too much love for them. Yes, they have a very talented team. But, coming off last year, the expectations are very, very high. And they have a schedule that Colts on the road, not going to be an easy game. Bears, if the Bears turn out to be decent, that's not going to be an easy game. Vikings, they'll win. Jaguars, that's a tough game. Bills, that's a tough game. Patriots, they'll win. Packers is a tough game. You got the Colts again. You got the Jets, the Lions, the Cowboys. Titans aren't going to be that good. Jaguars again, Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens. Like they have a brutal schedule when you really break it down. So I wouldn't buy all in on them just yet. Whataburger or In-N-Out. So have I had Whataburger? I've only had In-N-Out. I was down in Texas for a little bit. I never got to have a Whataburger. But I would say In-N-Out's really good. Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl. My only fear with the Eagles is how is Nick Sirianni going to be with Jalen Hurts, right? Like we see that there's still problems between that relationship and that dynamic. I think Jalen Hurts was asked about it a couple weeks ago, and he was a little triggered by it when they asked him like, "What's your relationship with Nick Sirianni?" I think they'll hold it together, but that Philly team has to win right away, and I think the odds of them winning the division they've gone a little too much, right? Like they shouldn't be negative odds necessarily to win that division. Bengals going this year. Bengals are going to be good. I think the Bengals are going to be good, Tyler. Greetings from O Block. What's up? What's up, guys? Keep liking it. Can we get to 1,000 likes, please? Can we get to 1,000 likes? I'm out here talking. I'm working hard. I'm talking. I'm working hard. Start tapping the screen for me, please, people. Start tapping the screen for me. Bucks. I'm on the Bucks cam. I'm big into the Bucks this year. I'll talk about them in a minute. That's actually one of my future bets here. Buffalo Bills thoughts. I think the AFC East still goes through the Bills. I do. I can't get behind the Jets right now. I just simply can't do it. There's a lot of problems with the New York Jets. In my opinion, you don't know what Aaron Rodgers has done. Like he hasn't thrown a touchdown in X amount of time. Like, it's pretty crazy. You have a really good team with the Jets, but it's the Jets, and the Bills have controlled this division. I don't trust the Dolphins because they play in a cold weather division and they can't win the cold. So if they have to win a game in the cold down the stretch, I don't trust them that much. I think the Patriots are going to be trash, obviously, but the Bills control this division. Josh Allen looks great, and Josh Allen's a legitimate quarterback. Against Patrick Mahomes, I might not take him, but he is a legitimate like top 2, top 3 quarterback. With the game on the line, I want Josh Allen to have the football because he can run, because he can throw, he can do a lot of good things for you. The receiver room's definitely a little slim. Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakur, Curtis Samuel, Dalton Kincaid's fantastic, but like looking at the loss of what's his name, Stephon Diggs, I don't look at that as like the biggest problem in the world, because it was clear he didn't want to be there. So if you don't want somebody there, get him out. What do you guys think of this? This is my question. And I haven't really read into it, but I saw a TikTok the other day. Like Rashee Rice, is he getting suspended for everything that he did in the offseason? I don't think he is. Does anyone know anything about that? I'm trying to find some stuff here. But Rashee Rice, NFL issues statement on potential suspension of Rashee Rice. Okay, let's read this. We have been monitoring developments in the matter. Following the conclusion of the league process, the NFL will review the matter under the personal conduct policy. It seems like that would violate the personal conduct policy to me, but who knows? Keep liking, guys. Keep tapping. Keep liking. 82 people still on here watching live simultaneously. I love it. I love it. I love it. Lions are coming. I agree with that. So the Bucks. So if you guys are willing to lay some juice here, I do think the Bucks over 7.5 is a really good win total this season. So this is probably one of my favorite NFL win totals of the year at 7.5. I know like Fanatics had it at 8.5, I believe, that they jumped up. Like books are starting to go up to 8.5. I would never play this 8.5, but 7.5 seems like a very fair line. Nerfy Nation, what's up, Miguel? Miguel, how you doing, man? Are the Vikings cooked? The Vikings, I think, are in the same spot without J.J. McCarthy as they were with J.J. McCarthy. This team has talent. They're decent on defense. They have Justin Jefferson. And you're putting Sam Darnold in a situation to potentially become the comeback player of the year, truthfully. I mean, if Sam Darnold can do something, and Sam Darnold's still an okay quarterback, right? Like, you need to think about the situations that Sam Darnold was put into when he came into the league. Like, nothing has gone his way. Right? When you go to the Jets and you're seeing ghosts, you're not going to have a good career, right? So he's back in a situation where he can thrive. Maybe it's going to work out for him. But Buccaneers over 7.5 wins right now. Buccaneers over 7.5 wins. Beat the Commanders week 1. Check. All right. Lions, you're going to lose to the Lions in Detroit. Boom. Beat the Broncos week 3. I don't know if it's week 3, whenever they get their bye weeks. I'm just reading off the games. Game 3, 2-1. Eagles at home, probably 2-2. Bucks can beat the Eagles. We saw it in the playoffs last year. So 2-2. You're going to split with the Falcons. So the first Falcons is on the road. I'll call that a loss. 2-3. I think you can sweep the Saints. Honestly, you've been really good against the Saints. Call that 3-3. Ravens, you're going to lose to. That's 3-4. Falcons, you beat now. That's 4-4. Chiefs, you lose to. That's 4-5. Niners, you lose to. That's 4-6. You beat the Giants. That's 5-6. You beat the Panthers. That's 6-6. Raiders at home. I probably like the Buccaneers in that game. That's 7-6. Then you have the Chargers. Who knows where they're going to be? I'll call it 7-7. Cowboys, you probably lose to that 7-8. Then you're going to win one of those final 2 games against the Panthers or the Saints. So you get to 8 wins pretty easily. Your 2 early rookies of the year. Well, I don't want to play Caleb Williams to be rookie of the year just because. What do you guys think of Bucks win total too? Please let me know. Over 7.5. I wouldn't want to play Caleb Williams rookie of the year just because the odds are so low. Like I'd rather take Jayden Daniels. Let me pull up some odds here. I saw someone took what's his name for the Patriots, my guy. Not Drake May, the fucking backup who didn't play well last night. Joe Milton, my guy Joe Milton. But like looking at rookie of the year right now in the NFL here, let's see. So I'll give you an offensive rookie of the year, few picks. I love Jayden Daniels, number 1 at plus 550. I think he's in a really good spot. Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr., like obviously good value, plus 750, plus 1,000, so 10-1. I like Xavier Worthy a lot better at 14-1, especially if Rashee Rice was suspended for a few games. I'm not sure if he's going to be. He has Patrick Mahomes throwing him the football. So as a receiver, like Malik Neighbors is fantastic, but I don't trust Daniel Jones, Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't necessarily trust Kyler Murray. He's a top 10 quarterback. I think Kyler Murray can actually help you win your fantasy league this year if you were able to stack him and Marvin Harrison Jr., but it's still a big risk. So I think Xavier Worthy is the best receiving option on that board. Going to the defensive player of the year. I really like Terrion Arnold for the Lions at 12-1. I think he's going to be good. I mean, defensive player of the year is such a tight race. I wouldn't play Dallas Turner at plus 440, Jared Verse at 11-1. Like I would take a guy in 11-1, 12-1. But I think Terrion Arnold, that's a piece that the Lions really need. So if he can come out and shine and play well, that's going to be a team that's going to make a playoff push. So I'd probably take Terrion Arnold plus 12-1. Ravens. Do I think the Ravens? Well, this is the year the Ravens are actually supposed to win the Super Bowl. If you look at like the structure of how things have gone, like don't the Ravens win it every 12 years? My fear with the Ravens and my fear with anyone in the AFC is how do you get through Patrick Mahomes? Because the Ravens should have won that game. And last year, that line movement in that AFC Championship game when it was going to like 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, like did it get, I don't know if it got up to 5.5, but the fact that the Ravens were like a 4.5 point favorite at home against the Chiefs, absolutely wild. Super Bowl 2025, Chiefs plus 500 thoughts. I think playing a Super Bowl win total or Super Bowl future bet at plus 500 is definitely risky in the sense of you might be able to get those odds at some point in the season. Like last year, the only reason I got back last year, you know, I used to play a lot of blackjack in my day. So the only reason I got back to a point where I was actually, you know, my account was in the green because I was playing so much blackjack. The only reason I got back was because I hit a Chiefs future bet and I got him for 6-1, like in that losing streak they were in. So I hate playing like 5-1 this early. I probably would stay away. Obviously, it's the right bet with the Chiefs. They could easily win the Super Bowl once again, but that's such a short number this early in the season. I would probably take more like a Lions or a Bengals for like a 10-1, 12-1 price right now because it's just so early. And your chances are, if the Chiefs go on a little losing streak in the middle of the season, which we saw last year, you're going to get that 5-1 number. Okay, so we talked about Bucks win total. All right, Bucks over 7.5. I don't know if you guys liked it or not. The people have fallen off because we didn't tap the screen, guys. It's very sad. Very sad. We had like 150 people on here for the past 10 minutes, guys. 150. You got to tap the screen next time. Tap the screen. But, you know, looking at the situation with the Bucks, I like that a lot. I really do like, let's see here, Bears win total. What is that set at? That's not like 9.5. That's crazy. Am I crazy to say that? Wasn't that at like 9.5? I could be crazy. 8.5, maybe. Probably 8.5. 8.5, yeah. 8.5 is minus 160 to the over. So right there, at least on FanDuel, you're not getting a ton of value. I would not play minus 160 with a rookie quarterback in this situation. But the Bears don't have it easy, guys. Like the NFC North is brutal. And I think there's a lot of hype around the Bears because of Caleb Williams, because of all this talent they have. But that's a lot. 9 games, I mean, that'd be a very successful season. Titans win, probably. But you still have Will Levis. Will Levis is a savage. Titans is a win. Texans is a loss. I think you split Texans or Colts probably. So you're 1-2 there. Rams at home. Rams, I think, beat them. So you're 1-3. You beat the Panthers. Now you're 2-3. Jaguars, I think you lose to your 2-4. I think you beat the Commanders. You beat the Cardinals. So you're 3-4, 4-4. You beat the Patriots. So you're 5-4. You're going to lose to the Packers. 5-6 or 5-5. Vikings, you're going to beat. So you're going to be 6-5. Lions, you're going to, I'm going to say you're going to split with the Lions. I think they can maybe split with the Lions at this point. So I'll call it 7-6 with that other Lions game. You're going to lose to the 49ers. That's 7-7. Vikings, you're going to, I don't know if you sweep the Vikings at that point in the season. I'm going to say 8-7. And then you go Seahawks and Packers. Like, they're right on that cusp. Reported for being bored. Mr. Giggity. Come on, man. You know what? You know what's crazy, though? You know what's crazy? All these guys come on here. You don't even have a profile picture, man. Don't have a profile. You got 13 followers. But anyways, Rodney Bennett joined, Brad Wright joined. What's up, guys? Miguel's liking live. Miguel's an OG. We had a lot of people on here for a while. Then it just totally faded. But it was good for like 10 minutes. So I don't know, that one scares me a little bit, especially with the rookie quarterback to the over 8.5. I would probably stay away from that. But I do like the Buccaneers, guys, and my favorite college football win total, UConn. That's my favorite college football win total, the over of 4.5 there as well. So we are going to sign off here. The stream has died. So we're going to sign off here. But we appreciate it, guys. Want to do a quick show. Grant not being on here today. We're live on the Ride the Line YouTube channel every Monday and Thursday morning. Football season, guys, we're going to have a ton of streams going on everywhere. Ride the Line, WSN, my pages, and all that. So make sure you stay locked in. Follow the page. You can check all those out, guys. We appreciate you joining us this morning. And we will talk to you soon for another episode of Ride the Line.